Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Good morning, people. Today we have a headline. A woman has crashed on a motorcycle in Lithuania on the outskirts of a village. Now, on to the news. A woman who ordered a motorcycle ride could never have imagined that a recreational activity would end in such a painful incident. The motorcycle rider collided with a deer that suddenly ran onto the road, and the woman who fell off the vehicle sustained severe injuries and bone fractures, which she is still recovering from. The widely reported accident took place in May of this year in the Venquil village area, along the Giesnes Aretos road in Alytus County. The motorcycle, a Kawasaki, was being ridden by a man providing motorcycle rides services with female passengers who had ordered the ride. Following the incident, a pre-trial investigation was launched, and the male driver was charged under Article 281, Part 3 of the Penal Code for allegedly violating traffic rules. These rules require road users to take all necessary precautions to ensure the safety of the orders if there is obstacle or danger, to reduce speed, stop the vehicle, or maneuver around the obstacle without endangering other road users. However, on November 22nd, the prosecutor overseeing the investigation, Thomas Buchkevichus, decided to close the case, determining that no criminal act had been committed. It was concluded that the rider could not have anticipated the deer running onto the road and thus could not have taken appropriate actions to avoid the collision and its consequences. Still, during the investigation, the motorcycle passenger maintained that while avoiding collision with the deer is difficult, the driver was also at fault. According to her, the driver exceeded the speed limit, drove unsafely and irresponsibly, despite her request to follow safety precautions. While she could not see the speedometers, the woman who was driver herself claimed to have felt the speed, which she said was certainly higher than 100 kilometers per hour. She stated that she suffers physical, financial, and emotional damage. The driver, on hand, denied and fault during the investigation. He stated that he did not look at the speedometer, but was driving steadily on a sunny day. With no adverse conditions, he claimed that the incident happened due to the deer suddenly jumping on the road, and the distance was too short for him to avoid the collision. The prosecutor, evaluating the material of the pre-trial investigation, concluded that there were no objective data showing the exact speed at which the motorcycle was traveling before the accident occurred. Neither the driver nor the passenger had looked at the speedometer, so neither could state it definitively. The expert who conducted the investigation could not determine this item. However, the expert estimated that the motorcycle speed just before the deer collision was approximately 93 kilometers. Though this was only an estimate, it could be not categorically stated that the speed was not less than 90 kilometers per hour. Therefore, according to the procedures, there was no undeniable evidence that the driver violated the rules. The investigator also examined whenever the driver could have predicted the obstacle and avoided. It was emphasized that the case law has repeatedly pointed out that even a year caution driver has the reasonable expectation that the road user will also comply with safety regulations and will not pose a danger. Therefore, a driver cannot always be expected to foresee any unexpected obstacles. The prosecutor concluded that there was no objective data to suggest that the driver had disregarded driving or weather conditions, and there was no aggravating circumstance at the time of the incident. The motorcycle was also in good technical condition. No circumstances were found that would have required the driver to reduce his speed. The conclusion emphasized that the driver could not have predicted the deer's sudden appearance on the road and could not have taken any preventive measures. Therefore, there was no signs of criminal act in this action, and the pre-trial investigation was closed. However, this decision can still be appealed.